temple. It will be in India like the Babri Masjid and Ayodhya temple. In Ayodhya, the fighting was there between our Hindu brothers and Muslim brothers because of the site of the temple. So Satan may cut off, and then the Messiah will not be there. The sacrifices will not be there. This is in the middle of the 70th week of the time prophecy. Christ would give himself for the world when this time he had come. When this time has come, Christ said to his disciples, "Go into the city to such a man and say unto him, the master saith, my time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples." Book of Matthew chapter 26 verse 18. The time of Passover. That was the last Passover. After which, we won't find any records of the Passover. So it did not happen sooner, though plans and attempts were made to take Christ's life earlier in his ministry. At one time, they took Jesus to the cliff of the mountain and they want to push Jesus from there and kill him. And other times, they brought stones to stone Jesus. Actually, the accused one is the lady who was caught in adultery. But the stones they have in their pocket, not for that lady. Should Jesus make any mistake, they want to stone Jesus along with this prostitute lady. Several attempts were made to kill Jesus Christ, but he was not cut off before 3.5 years. That's why Jesus said, my time has come, and I have to celebrate this Passover in thine house. Prepare it. It did not happen sooner, though plans and attempts were made to take Christ's life earlier in his ministry. Right. Sorry. Here, you can follow it there. I just read. In this way, Christ confirmed the day for a year prophetic principle and its application to the prophecy of the 2300 days. That is why he said, my time is not yet come. One time, Jesus' mother comes to Jesus and says, Jesus, please listen, my son. The grape juice is over. Do something. The food is over. Do something. The biryani is over. Do something. What did Jesus say? Mother, my time has not come. And it is not the first time Jesus said that. Several other occasions also, your time has not come. Because after this 3.5 years, Messiah will be cut off. That's the time. That's why now Jesus says, my time has come. And again, my time is not yet fully come. 7:8, 7:6 of book of John. It is important to note that each of the uses of the word time in this text mean set or proper time. Each one of these texts is confirming the application of 2300 day for a year time prophecy that was set or properly established by God through the angel Gabriel in Daniel chapter 8 and 9. So therefore, there is the time for Jesus to be cut off. Let's close with this slide here for today, and we will come back and learn the placement endorsed in the New Testament. We will learn about that one. In the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice and oblation to cease. 9:27. When Christ was crucified in 31 AD. When did Christ crucify, Nancy? When did Christ crucify? Don't open your mouth. When Christ was crucified? When did Christ die? When did Christ die? Both of you. Tom and Jerry. It's not place for you to play Tom and Jerry in the church. Okay? Yes. You may know the answer, but be reverent in the church. Okay. When did Christ die? Money. When did Christ die? 31 AD. And what happened after Christ's death? No, when Christ died in 31 AD, right, the veil of the temple was rent in twain into two. Twain means another word for two. It was rent in twain from the top to the bottom. Matthew chapter 27 verse 51. This signified the end of the sacrifices in earthly sanctuary services. Please write that down. Prasant, are you writing these things down? When the veil was torn, from top to bottom into two. That is the end of the sacrificial system that was established. Where? Where was it established? Where was it established? The sacrificial system. It was established through the writings of Moses at the base of Mount Sinai. But before that, also sacrifices was there. Abraham offered, Abel has offered, Cain has offered. So therefore, dear friends, when Christ died, with the death of Christ, that was the end of the sacrifices. I don't understand. Okay. I don't understand why people. And then again, what happens here? 70 weeks are determined upon thy people, which means to the Jewish people. This takes us from 457 AD down to the 34 AD. Stephen was stoned, signaling the rejection of the gospel by the Jewish people as a nation before, not as an individual. Please understand, as a nation only. Rejection of the gospel as a nation. Before his departure, Christ had told his disciples to go first to the house of Israel. And after the stoning of Stephen, the early church was scattered abroad and went everywhere preaching the word of God. Book of Acts, chapter 8, verse 4, and also verse 1. And book of Acts, chapter 1, verse 8 also you will find disciples are asked to go everywhere and preach the word of God. So after the death of who? Whose death? The gospel has come unto the Gentiles. Whose death? Whose death? Whose death? After whose death? Stephen's death. The gospel has gone to other nation. Shall we all stand up? Of course, next we still have, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4 subheadings to cover. Okay? But we will cover this way. Shall we all stand up, please? Our precious, gracious God in heaven.